So good morning, ladies. How you guys doing today? All right. And what did I just approach you about? How did we just meet, first of all?
We just finished our workout. We're here at
Mm-hmm.
and then you spoke to us. Just asked if we have 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what's the interview about?
Mental health, fitness, and what was the other one?
It was feet, mental health,
I was like,
and reflexology. It's all good. You know what? Every time I say that, a lot of people always go to the fitness part, but yeah, it's about the and so absolutely. Let's jump into it. What's something that you guys like that other people might think is weird? And I'll let you answer first, and then we'll go right to the right. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be anything too personal, but like a hobby maybe.
We like to push ourselves to our limits when we work out.
Okay.
Run. She just did a half marathon. We're training for a full marathon.
Oh, sweet.
So people would think we're crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then so for you,
Let me think.
it could be anything. Like I said, hobby maybe. Like some people are into scrapbooking, things like that.
Oh yeah, I love scrapbooking, journaling. She loves writing. I
Okay.
love meditating.
Sweet. Okay. Has anyone ever made you feel insecure about like your body or a body part, anything like that? I'll ask you first, and then we'll go to the left.
I feel like for me, yes, and I think it's common in like women and our body with cellulite. And,
Yeah.
With us like working out, we still have those little dimples
Yeah.
showing, but it doesn't mean that we're not strong.
Absolutely. And then for you?
Yeah, constantly. And I think it's society and how society views what a woman's supposed to be and how they're supposed to look. But you know what? Our body's constantly changing. Women, we need to accept ourselves, and we're all unique. So we need to learn to love ourselves more and, screw everything else.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. So are you guys still like overcoming any of those insecurities, or have you learned how to deal with it? Have you already kind of gotten like what you need from it in terms of like dealing with it?
I feel like for me, it took me a while to overcome those insecurities, but at this point, I feel good about myself.
Sweet.
It took a long time, but yeah.
Okay.
For me, it comes and goes.
Okay.
It's a constant, something that you have to work on, just like everything else.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah,
every day.
every day. So yeah.
If there was one thing that you ladies could change about yourself, it doesn't have to be physical. It could be like something maybe you do. What would it be? You want to answer first?
Yeah, go for it. I don't even know. It's hard to answer.
It could be anything. Like sometimes some people say like they don't follow through with things. Some people say that they have a hard time like making a snap decision. So anything like what do you think in terms of yourself?
I was just telling her about this.
Okay.
We sabotage ourselves.
Okay.
So to stop, thinking about it, just do it.
Okay.
I've been telling myself since I was little, but for some reason, as you get older, it's just harder because you want, your parents' permission or something. It's like approval. But it's like, no, you need to approve yourself. That's first. Love yourself and accept yourself in that sense as well. So just go for it.
Absolutely.
And, that's
Absolutely.
something
For
that
you?
I think I struggle with comparing myself with others, and I think
Oh, yeah.
a lot of people do that. We live in a world where social media, everyone's on Instagram, Facebook, etc., and we see other people's stories, and we tend to compare ourselves with others, and I feel like sometimes I struggle with that, even though I try not to. So for me, when I start comparing myself, I just tend to put social media aside and just take a break from it, and it really helps.
Sweet. And I think that's something for all of us. Like we tend to deal with that type of stuff. Like we sometimes need to just separate ourselves and kind of go off the grid a bit. How do you ladies feel about your feet? And let's start from the left and go to the right. How do you feel? Any thoughts? You like them? You don't like them? You don't think about them much?
I don't complain about them, no.
Okay.
I'm happy. I'm grateful for them.
Okay.
People don't have them, so I get to run. We're runners.
Absolutely.
We get to
Absolutely.
work out. I love my feet.
Okay. And for you?
I love my feet.
Okay.
I love them.
If there's a physical trait that you guys could pick that you like the most about them, what would it be? Like,
My toenails.
okay. Okay.
I think the muscles in our feet, and the nerves that we don't realize they connect. Our bodies all connected,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
those are the things that keep us going, and they're a big part of, every day, like we said, keep going forward. Well, we need our feet to do that.
So, and that's going to be a part of the reflexology we're going to discuss. I'm glad that you brought that up. That's a little bit, in terms of that, that's some of the stuff. Have you ever received any compliments from anybody about your feet? Anybody ever?
Yeah, I guess I first did.
Okay.
I've heard that before, but other than that, no.
Never?
Never do.
So you've never gotten a comment from man, woman, nothing? Okay. Well, hopefully we could change that with this video. I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of people complimenting you. How would you feel if you did get a compliment? Let's say a man saw you in passing and he said, hey, you have nice feet. How would you think? Okay.
Honestly, I think it would just be like weird in a sense because nobody does that.
Why would it be weird? Why would it be
We
weird?
don't talk about that. We don't say that. Usually it's like, oh, you're pretty. Like, have a nice day. I've heard that one.
Okay.
But
So let me ask you a question. If they complimented you, let's say on your hair or your hands, is it any different? Because they're like pointing something out. So like they said you had nice eyes.
it is a little different because
Okay.
things that are more common.
Okay.
Point out,
So it's
right?
more common.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's common.
Okay. What are your thoughts on if you were dating somebody who was into feet? Is it a go or is it a no? Is it a no go?
I have no idea. I never
Okay.
thought of that. I care more about their
Well, this is why I'm pushing you out there now. What would you think? Like that subject came up. He's into feet. What are your thoughts? Are you like just gonna deal with it in the moment, or you have no?
No, I have no idea. I think that depends. Like,
Okay.
I think, I don't know. That's a good question. Like, what about feet? What about, like, okay, they're like obsessed with, like, okay, you need to have
Yeah.
your nails done all the time. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's, I like that too.
Yeah.
You need it, me too. I was like,
So I think that there's like a healthy admiration that some guys have for it. So for like me, I'm a foot photographer. So for me, like I appreciate like the beauty. Every woman like has a different foot in terms of like the way that their nails are, the way their toes are. And so for me, it's like just viewing that as like beauty for me, right? Some people do take it to the extreme where it's, you know, it's more than that. So
Yeah.
I think it would depend, like you said, on that.
yeah, exactly.
How often do you guys get pedicures, things like that?
With COVID and everything, I went like a whole year without getting a pedicure.
Okay.
Whole year.
You did your own nails
Yeah.
then. So whether you go or not, you do your own
Yeah,
self-care.
can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How often do you guys wear flip-flops, open-toe shoes, things like that?
Not often.
Not often.
At home, and we're engineers, so you just put on the boots.
Oh, okay. So,
Boots, Nikes, and
so when you're not doing that though, do you wear like flip-flops and
home,
stuff?
yeah.
So at home.
Yeah,
Okay.
at home.
Cool. How often do you go barefoot? Like do you go barefoot at home, or do you prefer to wear sandals, house shoes?
Sandals.
Okay. Same.
I
Okay,
kinda
okay.
go outside a little
Well, you guys are barefoot now, so
Yeah,
when you're
this
working
is
out on the
different.
beach, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you're kind of grounding yourself too when you're like, barefoot. So
Absolutely.
I try to do that sometimes, but I.
Okay, so can we see what your guys' feet look like up close on camera?
Sure. Oh, good. I want that.
Can you extend? Can you extend them out?
I
And
love my feet. Okay.
she loves her feet. She's like she doesn't know for sure. Let me get you in right here. Let's move the weights out the way. Okay. Okay.
Oh, they're so dirty. Yeah, they're so dirty.
It's okay. I mean, look, you guys are at the beach. It's all good. I got. So, what are your thoughts right now? Can you extend your feet all the way out so I can see the soles? Yeah. It's all good. Like I said, the sand. You guys are out here working out.
Yeah.
So let me give you the mental health aspect, okay? Let me go back, tell you guys a little bit about the mental health aspect of this. So I was watching a guy during quarantine, and he was approaching women in much the same way that I am. His channel is a bit different, but I kind of like modeled mine after his. But he was talking about something called DBT. Have you guys ever heard of it? It's dialectical behavioral therapy. So it's for people who suffer from like living in the moment. Let's say like you have a fear of approaching strangers. You tend to think about like, oh, like this person might not be, you know, receptive to me or whatever like that, right? So you think yourself out of that situation, and what they try to teach you is to constantly put yourself in that situation over and over again. But the idea being when you're in that situation, you feel uncomfortable, that you ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen, right? If there's not a threat to your life or to your safety, that you should proceed, because by proceeding, you could experience like good events and you might meet new people, things like that. What are your thoughts on that? Do you guys agree, disagree? You think it's a good practice?
To constantly put
yourself in a position to be uncomfortable, I think we grow a lot from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love just putting myself outside my comfort zone.
Okay, and this is outside your comfort zone, right? Like I'm here, and we're like, you guys are like, you guys are like here. We're like talking. You're modeling your feet. You're asking questions about. I'm asking you guys questions that are like, for some people, could be like a little uncomfortable, but you guys are dealing with it, right? So how are you coping with it? How are you dealing with it, like right now, in terms of, like, you guys don't know me. I just walked up. I asked you guys. Exactly. Okay. There it is. Great. And so let me throw in the reflexology. Okay, you spoke a little bit about it. Grounding is a part of that. So we have like all these pressure points that we have in our hands and feet, and these pressure points like correlate back to like different parts of our body. And through massage, acupuncture, things like that, we can alleviate like stress and tension. What are your thoughts on that? Like, how do you feel? Do you for it? You're not for it?
I'm for it.
Okay.
Because that's like, especially recovery, it's a big thing for athletes.
Absolutely.
I'm not like a professional or anything, but
Yeah.
it's a life, my lifestyle.
It's really important.
So I need to take care of my body to be able to do that. If not, I think my life will go out of whack.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
It's important for recovery. You don't want to be injured all the time.
Absolutely. Okay, and so since we reached this portion, question for you ladies: how ticklish are you? Scale of 1 to 10. 10.
Pretty much.
Can we test it out on camera?
No, thank you.
Oh my God.
I was gonna actually have her tickle you. No, you guys can't do that.
Good.
Okay. We didn't get that, so it's all good. Let's move on. I'd like to get your thoughts on my approach when I came up to you guys.
Great guy.
Okay.
Really approachable. Not awkward.
Okay.
Cool. Ambitious. That's good.
Yeah.
You're out here
Absolutely.
getting videos.
Yeah, and believe it or not, like I get a lot of no's. I get a lot of no's, but I keep. Like I was like, I'm just gonna go walk the beach and I'm gonna like enjoy the walk, and then I'll ask people and then let's see what happens. And so
That's how you do it.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Is there anything you guys think I could improve? Like, did you like the interview? Did it make sense? Did you learn anything new or anything like that?
I think you did a good job.
Okay.
I don't feel like uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable at first because you never know what a stranger's gonna ask you.
Yeah.
On a camera, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Especially when it's about food.
Yeah.
This is very unique.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all good. And then wrapping up for the last part, I always ask people to give like a little advice in terms of a mental health aspect back to the channel. Anything that you guys learned through life lessons that you can put out there so that people, when they see it, they can listen to that?
Keep doing you.
Okay.
Be yourself. I know it's like constantly, it's a repeated thing people
Yeah.
say, but really don't be afraid of actually being yourself.
Absolutely.
Because that's when you learn who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and not like what you're trying to perceive to people.
Good.
And I'm finding with that every day, like I said, because I keep growing.
Yeah.
And it's so uncomfortable, but
You learn through it.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And for you?
Absolutely. As far as mental health, just honestly, when you need to take a break, take a break.
Yeah. I think that's overrated. A lot of people don't think about that.
Yeah, no,
Like,
but you have to, like she said, we're engineers.
Yeah.
We work in a very fast-paced environment, very stressful. For me, what helps me is just to like take a break, get some air, go for a run, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I cope.
Or do nothing.
Sweet.
That's what
Just relax.
Absolutely, yeah. The beach. You can't ever.
You can't
But
go wrong with that.
thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate you taking the time to like sit down with me. A lot of people, like I said, sometimes will brush me off. Appreciate you, ladies, so much. I'll give you the information to like look at the video. Okay. All right.
Thank you.